Okay. Now, every morning, we wake up to, here in Port Harcourt, every morning we wake up to discovering that on our cars, on the floor, on our shirts, on the laundry lines, there are black suits, dust, very blackish particles all over. And we have generally named it a black suit, as it were. Now, you are a professor of applied metrology and environmental management. As an environmentalist, what are your discoveries about what has just happened? I mean, these experiences that we are having right now in Port Harcourt.
It's an unfortunate experience. Unfortunate in the sense that, you see, sometimes the activities we generate brings us the end effect like this. What is happening is not strange. What is happening is because of these oil bunkering activities. There are so many illegal refineries everywhere. And you know, basic science says it's, what is it? When you burn, why are they calling it refined product? Refined in the sense that a lot of chemicals must have been done away with. But we are in a situation where people are now, this crude is not well refined. And the whole, whatever you do, goes into the Earth's atmosphere. And in the Earth's atmosphere, you know, the atmosphere is like an envelope.
Yeah.
It's an envelope. So this is trapped. The carbon dioxide is trapped in the Earth's atmosphere. And it accumulates there. So what we are seeing now is that it has nowhere to escape to.
So it's coming back, it's falling back down to the Earth's surface.
That is just all.
Oh, okay.
And then
this is sad.
Yeah, we are now calling it, here, let me call it, they call it fire.
Okay.
And then those who came to control it did not help matters. Because when they come, what we expect is that you can just either drain it off or throw them away. Okay. But what they do is also burn. And these things are not well combusted. Let me use that language.
That's the right language.
It's not well combusted. Okay. And so it just, as I said,
hovers
in the
atmosphere, and then
at the close of the day, it must come back. The only time I suspect, because we are looking at it, we are studying it, is that when the rains come, when we have serious rainfall, it will definitely come down, and then we may have a clearer sky. Look at it in the morning. If you're observant, you even notice that by the time you look into the Earth's atmosphere, it takes a long time
to clear up.
To clear up.
In fact, when the last that rainstorm on Monday, Monday 20, remind me the date again, Monday 23rd or thereabout. Yeah. When that rain fell, I decided to do a test on my own. I placed a white bucket, emptied white bucket, in the middle of my compound, an empty space, just to assess the nature of the kind of rains that are falling. Yeah. And when the rains were over, I took the bucket and I realized that the water was just blackish.
It is unfortunate.
Full of black dust.
It is unfortunate.
So where are we headed from here?
As I said, it's just accumulated into the Earth's atmosphere. You know, the atmosphere has different layers. We have the troposphere, basic geography, stratosphere, and so on. But all our activities end within the troposphere. Okay. And then whatever we do, as I said, is not escaping to the other layer.
So now what do we do at this point?
The solution is this. One, as a professor in this area, we will advise, you see, we should learn to solve problems from the source. One of the areas we must solve the problem from the source is, look, we have to go into the creeks. It still boils down to this Niger Delta problem. What about these illegal refineries? Because until combustion processes are complete, it must be like this. And then we will also advise that those who come to say they are arresting these boys operating these illegal refineries should not put fire on them, because they are even causing more harm because they are doing the same thing the boys are doing.
Prof, the perplexing question here is that illegal refining and as it were, will I use the word lower quality combustion process on crude oil and other natural resources have been taking place for a long time. One ordinarily suspect that the latest trend we find ourselves is because these illegal refineries have encroached further closer to the city. Or could it just be what is happening far in the creeks that we are feeling here in the city?
Can you compare the rate of these illegal activities? I mean, right from years ago, even in the international communities, there are issues of these illegal refineries and so on. They operate anywhere there are oil activities. But the rate is operating now. Is it the same thing as it was 10 years ago?
It has increased, of course.
It's
never
not
the same. You
cannot.
quadrupled.
No, the rate has.
Yeah.
It's quite different.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, even in the advanced societies,
Yeah.
there are those who do on illegal activities.
Yeah.
Some parts use the sea route to siphon.
Yeah.
All those things have been there, but the rate has gone wild in every creek, and then it is in the creeks. And as I said, this thing is just circulating within us. And it's an unfortunate situation, but as I said, those who come to rescue the situation should use scientific method.
Now, you have been very diplomatic or mindful about those who come to rescue the situation. I'd like you to please address this directly. When you say those who come to rescue the situation, who are you addressing here? I mean, which authorities are we looking at here that are supposed to be responsible for clamping down on these illegal activities that have caused us this condition?
Well, if anywhere we go, anywhere you find ourselves, we should make them know that, look, this thing is causing more problem to the family. It's causing much problem to the family. Then those who come to beat or fly these guys, or he sees you, he will escape, he will run. But the most important thing is anybody who is seeing any of these things should escape, should leave the story.
You're being very frugal, you're being very careful, you're being very mindful about. I mean, but then where does this lead us to? If this is not checked and this continues, if for any reason those who are supposed to address it allows it to continue, where does this lead us to? In Port Harcourt, to be precise.
In Port Harcourt, for instance, it is true. It's a serious matter, because let me tell you the truth. Even here we are standing. You get into the houses, the rooms, all our addresses are done. But
maybe you should start using black shirts like I am.
And for some years now,
yes,
I've trained myself to be using white.
Exactly.
So you can imagine it. The white, probably before you wear it 2 times, but now you must wear it just once, and by the close of the day, it is gone. So what I'm trying to say is, we are not shouting that we like, but the federal government must come in and assist the situation. It's a critical situation. Now it has gone bad. It's a very unfortunate situation, because to clean up this, what has been caused, it's easy to destroy, but to rebuild is a problem. And so a lot of destruction has been done in the Niger Delta, and it cannot be resolved overnight.
Now, if for any reason nothing is done almost immediately to start resolving or addressing this issue, where do you think this will lead us to, and what do you think will happen to us in another 10, 20 years?
I know it will be very unfortunate, because we noticed this in worse this year. Not that it's not been on, but it's accumulating. Because as I said, the Earth's atmosphere, whatever happens here may not go beyond the first atmospheric layer, lithosphere. The other one is stratosphere, for instance. It may not go beyond the first atmospheric layer. And if it does not go beyond that, we will suffer it. So, and it is becoming increasing. The activities of bunkering and whatever, no matter the steps they say they are taking, is becoming increasing daily. We are here.
Okay.
It's becoming increasing, despite they say they are doing this, they are doing it. It's becoming daily on the increase.
Now, put it in black and white. If this happens and we continue in this condition, in 20 years' time, what do you fear will happen to residents, city dwellers in Port Harcourt?
I am even worried in the sense that you're talking of 20 years. It's never been like this. And so in the next 2-3 years, if this continue, I wonder, we've not really taken a study or a look at the health implications. For now, we are bothered because, okay, we notice it in our rooms, in our houses, and so on. But we breathe in air day in, day out. So we've not really bothered to look at the health implications. And I'm sure there is health implication about it. In the next 2-3 years, if something drastic is not done, I'm sure you will start noticing the health challenges about it.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
It's
That
nice
has
to
been
meet you.
Professor Akurogobo. He is a professor of applied meteorology and environmental management. He's been speaking on both the rainstorm that killed 2 persons as well as destroyed properties worth millions of naira in Port Harcourt on Monday, January 24, thereabout, and the recent trend that has been here on for about 2 months and counting, where residents of Port Harcourt wake up to black particles and substance dropping on the floor, on their cars, even in their rooms. And he said if nothing is done about it, in 2-3 years from now, we'll begin to see the damaging health effects of this. And for him, it is primarily as a result of illegal bunkering and refining of crude oil products that has caused this. They are hovering in the air and now they are returning back to us because they were not properly combusted, as he used the word. So that's it. Your comments are very much welcome here on social media. My name is Daniel Semeniworima.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Daniel.
All right.